Oh, hi. Did I catch you working from home? Yes, the whole world is working from home now. I've been doing it for a dozen years already, so I'm used to the effects. No, you don't need to get dressed on my account. Look, this video is about working from home and how the employees bring in a lot of malware and Trojans and other vulnerabilities into the business network. These effects haven't been seen before, but we're here to help. That's what It's Safe Work From Home Edition is all about. Let's take a look. Hi, everyone. My name is Albert Whale, and I'm the CEO of IT Security Solutions. This week on Problem Solved, we're talking about working from home and the access and availability of VPN information. On today's show is Kevin Harding. He's the founder and president of Helping Hands of Support, a Washington, D.C. metro IT service solution provider. Right, Kevin?
Yes. How are you, Albert?
I'm doing great. Hey, we're stuck inside and everybody is forced to what?
Work from home.
There you go. So, in doing so, what we found out is there's this new app called Super VPN. Kevin, do you use a VPN or tell your clients to use a VPN?
Yes, Albert. A VPN has been the solution uh, for many decades now,
Right?
and that has always been the suggested way.
So, when you tell your clients about VPN services or solutions, what kind of service or solution are you recommending?
So
Is it
usually in a VPN solution, we've seen the Cisco Anywhere client and just widely popular uh, VPN clients.
okay? So, we're talking about professional grade VPN solutions, right?
Yes,
And most of these professional grade VPN solutions have an endpoint that's controlled by the business that you're working with, right?
that's right.
So this VPN solution, and I think it's called Super VPN or Nova VPN or the free VPN or any other VPN that you can stick on your phone that isn't from a employer, goes to whose computer?
That's a great question.
It is, isn't it? It makes
It is
you think because that's the problem that most people don't get. This VPN connection that they're trying to get, maybe to circumvent geofencing for Netflix or to get data safely out of the Starbucks or the coffee shop, which we can't get into now, by the way, right? Or any other
right.
free VPN service, just dumps your information at whoever you got the VPN connection from, and they can have free access to everything that you're sending them.
Absolutely.
So that's the main problem. And what I wanted to show today was a couple pictures that I came up with to try to explain this. Here's a typical VPN solution. Let me get this up here. So this VPN solution has the internet and you using a VPN client going through the VPN tunnel to the VPN server, which is inside the business that has access to all the data, all the computers, the database server, maybe it's accounts payable and everything else. I think
Exactly.
something like this was the subject of a target breach not too long ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so here's the problem. All of the malicious malware and information that's available on the um, client's machine is now distributed right inside the network.
That's right.
So what we're going to show in a little bit through the It's Safe, by virtue of the It's Safe appliance, is the activity that's going on the internet. Most of these people working from home, do they have enterprise grade security solutions in their home?
Definitely not. And most likely, what we have found
Okay.
is that the device that they believe to be the firewall, as you have depicted in this picture, um, is definitely not enterprise grade.
So, typically the firewall is the endpoint for the VPN.
That's
Okay.
right.
And the main purpose of the VPN is to get you inside the business.
Yes.
Now, normally there's bigger controls and security around who gets in through the VPN, but we're dealing in a global pandemic, which is an exception to every rule um, that I've ever heard of anyway.
Right.
So everyone is working from home, either with their own systems or with office systems that went home. And now they're utilizing the computer network that's available from home with all the vulnerabilities that are inside the home.
Yes.
Did I stress the home enough?
I think you did.
The whole problem with protecting the company is you put a lot of effort into securing the environment in your business. But then when we let everybody work from home through a VPN tunnel, we let everything that's inside their computers or their home networks inside the business. Everything outside of this blue box or teal box, if you want to call it that, has afforded no protection now.
That's right.
So it's kind of like you've got a direct pipeline from the internet inside. So
Straight from the person's home, straight to the company.
true, very true. Let me see. So what the easiest solution that we can do right now is to add ITS Safe as an intermediator between the VPN connection and the business systems in order to ensure that they're not being hacked by the rampages going on the internet or from the home network in this case.
Exactly.
Also, we can do one step further. We're introducing an ITS Safe Work from Home edition, which integrates the VPN service right into ITS Safe so that we can mitigate the VPN server if it's separate or not, and have all the traffic come routing through ITS Safe to get to the business network. The idea that we have ITS Safe in between the firewall perimeter and their business network, as well as the connections from the internet, is the premise that we're trying to provide here. Here's the safeguard coming in from ITS Safe, protecting you from the internet, as well as from the activities from your employees that are trying to earn a living with the business, not knowing how many vulnerabilities they have in their home network or home computers. It's not their fault that the coronavirus came along. As a matter of fact, nobody saw the coronavirus and nobody can see the attackers coming in the network, correct?
That's right.
So what we did here is we took the ITS Safe appliance and we secured it outside of the network to be able to provide information about what's going on. During this period of time, we were able to identify many Trojans, privilege gain escalations, information leakage, and attempts at denial of service attacks. That's going on the internet every single day. Virus scanners don't find this information. And if you're bypassing the firewall, well, you're not going to get that protection there either.
And I would also add, Albert, that about 95% of residential or work from home networks or small business networks that don't have an enterprise grade firewall are receiving those attacks the moment that what I would consider and what I call in my business, when the dial tone is provided by the internet service provider, they are also providing all the threats and the vulnerabilities that you have actually discussed.
Well, yeah. So it's your right to get these threats and vulnerabilities by virtue of connecting and paying for the internet service.
That's right.
the security that you want to have comes at an additional cost.
Of
No
course.
matter whether it's a Microsoft computer, a Linux computer, or sticking a backdoor for Moscow with Kaspersky Labs, whatever you want to do.
Right.
Um, you know, buyer beware is what we're saying. We didn't see, you can't see the coronavirus and you can't see the attackers, but we can. So we're trying to show you the attacks coming in from the internet. And easily on this picture, the HTTP methods, get and post are what browsers use. So when you go
Right.
to Facebook or Google, you're doing a get and a post request. Everything else are activities employed by the bad actors to figure out what activities they can get away with on your connections. Can they get inside the modem? Can they get inside of your computer network? Can they get inside of the web server? These are all different tests that are going on a daily basis that normally you can't see, right?
That's right. And
So,
nobody's really looking out for them.
exactly. Nobody's looking out for them. And that's the issue all the way. So it's safe. Putting it back into the network can find these activities and block them,
Yep.
protecting the business. So with our work from home edition or anybody that requests this information, we've found that we can get a leased computer for you, which is a subscription service that we're offering. And we only charge for the number of employees in the business. This subscription service allows us to upgrade the computers for you free of charge, and you pay for what you use. It's a security as a service model. There's nobody inside the business right now detecting what's going on, but we can detect and protect and destroy the intruders in the business. So
And I
you've
think,
been using
speaking
It's Safe
from,
now. Go ahead.
speaking from, my experience with It's Safe, I think definitely having the ability to be able to monitor your traffic, having the ability to understand what's going on in your network.
Well, we take care of that for our clients and ensure that their safety and security is foremost in our thoughts. They're not used to being cybersecurity professionals. We are.
Exactly.
And what we're trying to do is offer a service that protects them and keeps them protected from the bad actors. The only way to do that is to have an appliance, like you said, that monitors, and it does monitor 24/7. It doesn't take a day off. It doesn't ask for vacation time. And there's certainly no healthcare benefits that are required in order to secure your environment. So this is the
Exactly.
most cost-effective solution that we can engage. Some people say that they have security equipment already in place, but they're not seeing the activities that we are.
That's right.
And that's the problem. So It's Safe, work from home edition. VPNs are great to help us in our work from home environment, but be careful what you get in a VPN solution, because if you're using something on your phone or something that you downloaded from Google Apps, iPhone Play Store or App Store, whatever, you really don't know what's inside the app. And that's where buyer beware really takes account into the applications itself.
Makes a lot of sense.
Any final thoughts there, Kevin?
Even at the enterprise level, when you move your whole entire organization to a work from home model, I think it's definitely one of the elements that needs to be discussed and taken advantage of, or needs to be discussed and explored. What kind of critical data are you exposing once you allow your employees to work from home?
Well, I think it was a necessary evil, obviously, but you bring up two very good points. So in our pictorial here with one VPN tunnel and one client at somebody's house, that's only one. What happens when you have 21 or
Exactly.
51 or 101? Now
Exactly.
the number of threats goes up exponentially with everybody working from home, and the
Exactly.
resources that were already in the business are now overwhelmed as far as protection activities, and they're not able to protect the environment, mainly, first of all, because you're bypassing all of the existing security from the firewall, and the virus scanners inside the business can't see the actions that are already coming through the network from compromised machines or people's networks that have VPN access. The other part of this is, working virtually through the cloud. That also is somebody else's computer.
Right.
And, coming from the home again, the work from home edition is essential. Here we have all of the connections coming into the VPN at the office, but then they can go out the firewall with the protection of ITS Safe to go resource the cloud connections that they need. With the hackers on the internet, we can detect them and we can block them just as well. It's like putting a mask on your face, but maybe it's somebody else's face you put the mask on because you don't breathe differently.
Right. And Albert, just to add, I think about when we look at the employees network, there is no network access control. There is no guard at the gate.
Right.
And I think those elements are absolutely necessary for the corporate office to protect itself. Then that corporate office should be interrogating the employees network before they allow the connection.
Well, back in
I
the
think
day, when you brought a new device into a company's network, it needed to be scanned before they allowed it to come on to the business network.
exactly. And It's Safe is doing just that. It is scanning the traffic from that new device.
Right.
At Hands of Support, one of the services that we provide for small to medium businesses is disaster recovery and infrastructure, resiliency and things of that nature. And now that I think about it, Albert, if some of your viewers need that type of service, they can reach us at 410-846-4582. But it would be a miss that corporate organizations are allowing unsanitized networks to be connected to them when they don't have a firewall, they don't have an It's Safe work for home edition in place, because
Right.
that's exactly the purpose for the piece of equipment and the software that your company provides.
Well, thank you for that, Kevin. I appreciate your testimonial and your explanation of what we're trying to do. These are hard times. They're difficult. Nobody's really appreciating, enjoying. I don't know how you describe what's going on today.
Right.
It's going to be a while for any sense of normalcy to come back.
Exactly.
And like coronaviruses, they keep coming back. I don't think that there's a way to eliminate them totally
Yeah.
unless you make yourself immune to it.
Yeah.
The same is true with hackers. They're going to keep coming back as well because they find the benefit of invading your networks unless you make your networks immune to them.
Exactly.
So this is all about immunity, and maybe this should be Work from Home Edition, Immunity 101.
Yeah. Definitely.
Wow. So I think that we've had a great conversation here. I enjoyed the time together. I think that bite-sized shows are much more relevant for us and our viewers. And Kevin, welcome back to the show. Anytime you want to speak again and come up with, something else to discuss, I'm happy. I'm all ears, ready to listen.
I appreciate that, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
My pleasure, Kevin. Stay safe, stay at home, and be well.
Absolutely.